Hello, good morning students. How are you? I think you are quite well. Today I will discuss a new topic, angular momentum, which is also known as moment of momentum. Other name of angular momentum is moment of momentum. The angular momentum of a particle, the angular momentum of a particle about the axis of rotation is defined as product of the linear momentum of the particle and its perpendicular distance from the axis of rotation. Angular momentum of a particle about an axis of rotation is defined as product of linear momentum of the particle and perpendicular distance of the particle from the axis of rotation. It is denoted by capital L. It is denoted by capital L. Now consider a particle of mass m moving with velocity v. Consider a particle of mass m moving with velocity v in a circular path about z axis. Consider a particle of mass m moving in a circular path with velocity v about z axis. The angular momentum of the particle about the axis of rotation is given by angular momentum of the particle about the axis of rotation is given by L is equal to R cross P, where P is the linear momentum. What is P? P, where P is equal to mv linear momentum. P is equal to mv is the linear momentum of the particle. Momentum of particle. Now we know what is P. P is the linear momentum of the particle, and R is the position vector of the particle from axis of rotation. R is the position vector of the particle from the axis of rotation. Now magnitude of the linear momentum is given by magnitude of linear momentum is given by L is equal to R P sin theta, because A cross B is equal to AB sin theta. Now we will find relation between torque and angular momentum. What is the relation between torque and angular momentum? Relation between relation between torque and angular momentum. Relation between torque and angular momentum. We know L is equal to R cross T. Suppose this is first function and this is second function. L is equal to R cross P, where R is the second function and P is the first function. Now differentiate both sides with respect to T. Differentiate both sides with respect to T. Differentiate both sides with respect to T. Then it become dl upon dt. Now first function into differentiation of second. First function into differentiation of second plus second function into differentiation of first. That is first function into differentiation of second plus second function into differentiation of first. Now we know P is equal to mv and dr upon dt. This is velocity, and dp upon dt, this is equal to force. According to Newton's second law, force is equal to rate of change of momentum, and displacement per unit time is velocity, and product of mass and velocity is called momentum. Now we also know dl upon dt is equal to P is equal to m and v cross v, because this is also velocity, plus r cross f. V cross v is equal to 0. Thus this becomes 0. Therefore dl upon dt is equal to r cross f. dl upon dt is equal to r cross f. Now we know what is r cross x as r cross f. Torque is equal to force into perpendicular distance. Torque is equal to force into perpendicular distance, that is dl upon dt is equal to tau, because tau is equal to r cross f. Tau is equal to r cross f. Thus torque acting on a particle is equal to rate of change of angular momentum of the particle. Torque acting on a particle is equal to rate of change of angular momentum of the particle. This is the relation between torque and angular momentum. Now we will discuss next topic, what is moment of inertia. What is moment of inertia? Our new topic is what is moment of inertia. the moment of inertia of a rigid body, the moment of inertia of a rigid body about a fixed axis is defined as sum of the product of the masses of particle constituting the body and square of their distances from the axis of rotation. What is moment of inertia? Moment of inertia. The moment of inertia of a rigid body about a fixed axis is defined as sum of the product of the masses constituting the body and square of their distances from the axis of rotation. Let us draw the diagram first. Suppose this is a point P, here mass is m1 and distance is r1. This is a point and this is a point Q whose mass is m2 and this is a point R whose mass is m3 and O. This is point O and the distance is R3, R2 and R3. Consider this is rotating, this is angular velocity omega, this is axis of rotation. The moment of inertia of a rigid body, this is x-axis, this is y-axis and this is z-axis. The moment of inertia of a rigid body about a fixed axis is defined as sum of the product of the masses constituting the body and square of their distances from the axis of rotation. Now consider a rigid body is rotating with a uniform angular velocity omega about a vertical axis through O. Consider a rigid body is rotating with a uniform angular velocity omega about a vertical axis through O. Suppose body is made up of n particles. Body is made up n particle having masses m1, m2, m3 dash dash mn. And R1, R2, R3 are the distances from the axis of rotation. The moment of inertia of a body, about the axis OZ is given by the moment of inertia of a body about the axis OZ is given by moment of inertia of the body about the axis OZ is given by I is equal to m1 r1 square plus m2 r2 square plus m3 r3 square plus mn rn square. This can also be written as I is equal to sigma mi/ri square. I is equal to sigma mi/ri square. Now what is the, we can also write here I is equal to 1 and n is equal to 1. I is equal to 1 to n, you can write n. I is equal to 1 to n. What is the unit of moment of inertia? SI, unit of moment of inertia. Inertia is kilogram meter square, and CGS unit of moment of inertia, unit of moment of inertia is gram centimeter square. Now we will discuss on what factors moment of inertia depends. The factor on which moment of inertia depend, first one is mass of the body. The factor on which moment of inertia depend, first one is mass of the body, second shape and size of the body, and third distribution of the masses from the axis of rotation. Distribution of the masses from the axis of rotation, and fourth one is position and orientation of the axis of rotation with respect to the body. Now again tell you on what factor moment of inertia depend. First one, mass of the body, second shape and size of the body, and third distribution of the masses from the axis of rotation, and fourth one is position and orientation of the axis of rotation with respect to the body. Now we will discuss relation between rotational kinetic energy and moment of inertia. Relation between rotational kinetic energy and moment of inertia. Relation between rotational kinetic energy and moment of inertia. Relation between rotational kinetic energy and moment of inertia. Consider a rigid body. Consider a rigid body is rotating about a fixed axis OZ with constant angular velocity omega. Consider a rigid body is rotating about a fixed axis OZ with constant angular velocity omega. Let the body is made up of n particles whose masses are m1, m2, m3 dash dash mn, and r1, r2, r3 are distances of the particle, are distances of the body from the axis of rotation. Now since as angular velocity of all particles is same, angular velocity of all n particles is same, so their linear velocity since angular velocity of all n particles is same, so their linear velocity are linear velocities are v1 equal to r1 omega, v2 equal to r2 omega, v3 equal to r3 omega, and vn equal to rn omega. Now rotational kinetic energy equal to half m1 v1 square plus half m2 v2 square plus dash half mn vn square. Now we will put the value of v1 v2 and v3 similarly, then it become half m1 r1 square omega square plus half m2 r2 square omega square plus half mn half mn rn square omega square. Now we will take common half omega square, then it become m1 r1 square plus m2 r2 square plus mn rn square, which can be also written as half omega square and sigma m r square and sigma mr square. Now I is equal to mr square. We know moment of inertia. I is equal to product of mass of the body and its distances from the axis of rotation. Since I is equal to sigma mr square, therefore rotational kinetic energy is equal to half I omega square. If this is the formula of the rotational kinetic energy, is equal to half I omega square. Now if omega is equal to 1, then I is equal to 2 into rotational kinetic energy. If omega is equal to 1, then rotational kinetic energy half I, or I is equal to 2 into rotational rotational kinetic energy. Thus, moment of inertia of a rigid body about an axis of rotation. The moment of inertia of a rigid body about an axis of rotation is numerically equal to the twice rotational kinetic energy of the body when it is rotating with unit angular velocity. When it is rotating with unit angular velocity about that axis. The moment of inertia of a rigid body, about an axis of rotation, is numerically equal to twice rotational kinetic energy of the body when it rotating with unit angular velocity about that axis. Now we will solve some numerical problem. Based on angular momentum and moment of inertia. Our first numerical is a wheel is rotating at a rate of 1000 rpm. rpm means round per minute. A wheel is rotating. This is question number 5. It is rotating about 1000 rpm, round per minute, which can also written as round per second, equal to 1000 upon 60, that is 50 upon 3 rps, round per second. A wheel is rotating at a rate of 1000 rpm and its kinetic energy is 10 power 6 joule. Kinetic energy is equal to 10 power 6 joule. Determine the moment of inertia of the wheel about its axis of rotation. You have to find moment of inertia of the wheel about the axis of rotation. Now nu is equal to omega is equal to 2 pi nu omega 2 pi and nu 50 upon 3, that is 100 pi upon 3. Now you have to calculate moment of inertia. Determine the moment of inertia of the wheel about its axis of rotation. Now rotational kinetic energy formula we have derived. Rotational kinetic energy half I omega square. Rotational kinetic energy 10 power 6 half I and omega square 100 pi upon 3 whole square. Then I is equal to 2 into 10 power 6 into 9 upon 10 power 4 pi square. Then it become 18 into 10 power 2 upon pi square. 18 into 10 power 2 9, right? 18 into 10 power 6 upon this. Now pi, what is value of pi? 3.14, and when we will square this, then it becomes 18 into 10 power 2 upon 9.87 value of pi. Now when we solve this, we get 182.4 kg meter square. Now we will discuss next question. Our next question is a rope of negligible mass is wound around a hollow cylinder of mass 3 kilogram. Mass 3 kilogram and radius 40 centimeter. That is 40 upon 100 meter, 0.4 meter. What is angular acceleration of the cylinder if rope is pulled with a force of 30 Newton? Force 30 Newton. What is linear acceleration of the rope? Assume that there is no slipping. Now we know moment of inertia of a hollow cylinder. Moment of inertia of hollow cylinder, that is I is equal to mr square. Moment of inertia of the hollow cylinder, I is equal to mr square. I is equal to mass 3 and square 0.16, that is 0.48 kilogram meter square. Now we have to calculate. First we calculate torque. Tau is equal to F into R. Tau is equal to F into R. F 30 Newton and R 0. Radius F into R, that is 0.4. Then tau is equal to 12. Now we have to calculate angular, what is linear acceleration? Tau is equal to I into alpha. Alpha is equal to tau upon I. Tau is 12 and I 0.48, that is 1200 upon 48. 100 ja 4 ja, that is 25 radian per second square. 25 radian per second square. Thank you.